Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Golden Sun The Lost Age. That's not where I'm going. That's also not the name of the game. Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Last time, we lit the Alchemy Forge here in Passage, and today there's apparently still a meeting in progress, so I can't go and barge in there. Today I think we're going to go up here to the peak, and I think we can now finally cross over this mountain pass, and I thought I wouldn't get here in time to wave goodbye, but what happened? You tell us, that wasn't much of a cloud passage, Boggy. What about the legends about getting to Craggy Peak? We got the forge working. I could jump higher than that cloud carried us. You owe us, Boggy. Tyrell, shut up. I don't know what's wrong. Leave him alone, Tyrell. I'm sure Boggy told us everything he knows. We're close, I just know it. The forge is at least trying to make a cloud for us. I agree with Reef, so we must still be missing something that needs to get across. Yeah, it seems like... Alright, so you're all gonna yammer for a while. Yes, the clouds from a fiery forge must be too hot and misty. They need to be cooled down and made more substantial somehow. That's definitely how evaporation works. Indeed, young ones, and our legends may again serve you. Alright, so it's the old guy. Boggy, don't ever call me that again. Elder, please share your wisdom. What's this about, further legends? I vaguely recall something about ice. My memories are a little foggy. Would perhaps the other elders remember more? Their combined knowledge may provide the answer. We have some old tales about a blue gemstone. A gemstone? That sounds like what we need to put the alchemy well in reverse. We couldn't have put the well in reverse without the power from the Sandprint Stone. So that was the reveal glass thing, right? Yeah, basically. By another name, anyway. The Sandprint Stone, it sounds like, it sounds related to our own Ice Queen Stone. Alright, is that where we got the other one? Or is that one of the... No, that's not... Okay, I was thinking of... What was I thinking of? Maybe I just made that up in my own brain. Anyway, the Ice Queen Stone, the gem created by the ancient Neox. That doesn't really give me much to go on game. Anyway, princes, queens, stones, gemstones, what a royal mystery. Some of it is coming back to me now. The gemstone once vanished from Passage. More like it was stolen. Didn't a monk take it from Passage many years ago? Are you okay, Amity? The Sandprint spoke to me once more. Been meaning to tap on this one for a little bit, and I keep forgetting. Legendary man whose powers were based in fire has been sealed in the Sandprint Stone since the era of the Ancients. He has waited below Ayute for someone worthy enough to claim the gemstone. Alright, for a moment I thought, like, is that going to be Amiti's dad? But it sounds like that's going in a completely different direction. He said that he knows of a woman who escaped from her gemstone. She's in a maze somewhere, he says, hoping that she would never be found. What does all that mean, Amity? She is a woman who is using her power to revive an area that once lay in ruins. But she is a greedy creature, giving up only a tiny fraction of her power to help people. And that is all he says. If we needed to find the Sandprints to deal with the alchemy well, then I bet we needed to find this woman to sort out the alchemy forge. To throw away the forge in reverse, you mean? Maybe you're right. An area that once lay in ruins. We all know of such a place, of course. Harappa. So I'm gonna give away that I guess that this is where this is going, not for any reason in particular, except that when I loaded up the game today, I accidentally opened up one of the previous owner's save files, and they were in Harappa, and they were doing something that I didn't recognize, and I think they're actually also the same level as I am right now. Which kind of made me think, oh, are we going back to Harappa soon, or is there just something new that I can do there that's optional that I couldn't do earlier? Anyway, so that's where we're going. Now we know exactly what to do to create a solid cloud passage. See, this is why you, like, shouldn't ever delete the previous owner's save files when you get used video games. This is not a tangent I expected to go off on today. Anyway, we found a man in Ayute who's actually a gemstone, and only Amity can hear him talk. Really, Boggy, you've got to try and keep up better. He put up quite a fight before it came along with us, however. Not really. That wasn't the hardest fight. I guess I'm kind of still, like, in the mindset of the final boss from The Lost Age, which was just, like, completely out of left field ridiculous, compared to all the other things I was fighting, even, like, the optional super bosses. But, yeah, I expected the fight against the Sand Prince to go on for, like, twice as long as it actually did, and it was fine. Anyway, I bet this queen won't come quietly either. I admit that I find this all too perplexing, too. Gemstones, queens, I can't believe that they're one and the same. Still, we must defeat this woman to get the Ice Queen stone. Alright, let's go. Let's go find this queen. So, we are gonna converge, and Bogo is gonna keep going on. I suspect that the ancient world was far stranger than we can imagine. Be careful, warriors. Our Ice Queen stone was said to be beautiful. If this woman is just as alluring, I hope you don't fall victim to her charms. Maybe she can come along with us and be one of our summons, because, like, 2/3 of our summons are just, like, randomly pretty ladies, which I'm sure made sense to someone. So you two are going to go and take off. Alright, well, Bogo is gonna go and take off. Boggy is gonna dawdle for some reason. And, yeah, if oh. I was gonna say, can I bounce up and down on the, like, vent of steam for a little bit, but it doesn't appear to actually be letting me do that anymore. So I'm going to go and... Can I go into the Elder's house? Are they done with their stupid meeting? Whatever they were talking about, I'm sure wasn't that important, because they just had another meeting before this, like, you know, half hour of gameplay ago. Unremarkable and empty. You all... Do I feel like talking to you? Not really. So I'm going to go and cut away back to Harappa, and I will see you in just a moment. There wasn't anything else I had to do up here, right? Because I think I did all the stuff where, like, I went and, I found the genie that was sitting up there on the wall, anyway. That actually didn't take as long to get back here as I thought it was going to. Anyway, we've got to do something in Harappa. I remember that there were ruins up here. Okay, so this is now flooded. I guess we did the thing in Iotea and it's now watery. It was definitely very dry here when I stuck my head in earlier. I don't believe we lingered very long. Alright, I can't go down into there. Can I, like... Let's see. Oh, okay, so there's just gonna be a path. I was looking for, like, a puzzle we had to solve or something. Anyway. Let's go over in here, and we can duck inside. This, by the way, is where the previous owner had left off in their save file. It wasn't the place where I like, immediately recognized from the last time we were here, because this watery area wasn't filled in. But it was just outside the store. So let's go and descend into the ruins. Let's see. Is this one of those, can I use Whirlwind on this to levitate it? It's not letting up. I'm gonna guess that's a no, even though it's, like, teal colored like Zol. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay. That looks important. I'm gonna go back up just for a moment. If I can find anything of interest up there, I'll hang around up here a little bit more. Otherwise, I'll just go back downstairs, because I didn't realize that was an elevator. I just want to see if... Oh. I was gonna say if, like, there's a treasure chest behind the waterfall or something, because that's what we do in video games, but... Alright, let's move on. So, down to the bottom of the Harappa ruins, and... we descended quite a ways underground today. Haven't we? I kind of feel like this would be a good place to hide something cool, but there seems to be nothing there. Again, video game law basically dictates that if you have a waterfall, you're obligated to hide something interesting behind it, but... Right, so I see here we've got a, this is definitely going to be a hoppity puzzle eventually, but there's a statue which is quite rudely blocking the way. Although that looks like it should be a simple matter of just giving it a shove and knocking it in one direction or the other. What about this? Alright, so there's definitely a fancy crystal there. I'm gonna guess that that's gonna be where the boss is to be fought. And we can't get there yet. So let's go through this door. I see on the map there's it looks like this is gonna loop around. Is that ice? I think that's ice. Alright, this is ice. So, welcome to the inaugural ice puzzle of Golden Sun Dark Dawn. What fun. Oh, I can do that? Wait, can I do this? I cannot do that. Alright, if I could... Like, if I was able to jump off the ledge here and then just zip off sideways, that would have probably put me in a different and more interesting part of the central room, but doesn't appear to be the case. We can go and do this. Alright, fine. The game is teasing me by having me slide right past something that I'd really like to have, but sliding down the ice puzzle is definitely the more fun way to get around. Let's go and open up. That's a Lucky Pepper, and that is a stat item, I believe. Again, I will be holding off on using any of those until I actually have a couple more party members. That last one, though, Bone Armlet. That's gonna be, like, hand armor. Karis, Lita's Bracelet. Amidi, Lita's Bracelet, and Reef. Again, I'll give this to... Actually, I think Karis has less HP than, Alright, fine. I think Karis has less HP than, Amidi right now. So, Tyrell is gonna take that, Karis is gonna equip that, and she's gonna have her defense go up a little bit. Alright. So that's enough of that. We can go and zip sideways, and that's going to... I think there's another... Got a couple of levels out of that, so there are 2 doors here which I can go through, and... This is gonna go probably back around, and this one looks like it goes farther into the dungeon. Alright, this is B4. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna go up... up this way first, because farther into the dungeon feels like the critical path. Okay, how about if we don't slide on the ice yet, but we instead go and this will create a little blockage, which, as I suggested on the other side, we might be able to use to shoot off sideways into the main part of the room. And let's see. Well, that's going to allow us to get to the middle. This feels awfully fast to get to the boss fight. Do I send some warm-blooded guests come to my chilly court? Well, I do love to be adored, but only from a distance. No touching now. Wait, you're not groveling. How rude. But then again, it's clear why you're really here. You come to take me back, haven't you? Don't you dare lie to me. I have no idea what you're talking about, lady. But I can see through your lies. But I am flattered, so you truly do want to possess me. Look, if I'm gonna have a statue just, like, nagging me from the inside of my inventory bag for the rest of this journey, I don't think I really do. Then what are you bothering me for if you don't covet my beauty? Be gone. Alright. Do I actually have to answer yes to at least one of those questions? Alright, so it's like no, but it's no or no in a different flavor, I guess. Hang on. Let me like leave. I can leave, right? Do I have to melt this ice? Do I have to melt this ice? Do I have to answer yes to that one? Alright, that actually made the plot advance. Alright, meddling in my affairs can be quite hazardous. I hope you realize that. It would seem that you've managed to restart the alchemy forge. So I suppose you want to put the forge in reverse to travel to the peak of the Neox. Well, you may have defeated the Sand Prince, but you will never make me your slave. Oh, you know what I didn't do is de-equip all my genie. Should I do that? Am I gonna get a chance to do that? It took me an eternity to dupe someone into taking me away from Passage. I mean, how often does a silly monk like Nayupa come along to give me my freedom? Once in a lifetime, that's how often, and I will not go back to the life of servitude. But I can see that you're not going to see reason. You want to carry me away in my gemstone. You want to carry me away. Oh, that's right. You're going to be... Yeah, all right. We were told that not too long ago. Well, the Ice Queen will not go without a fight, I tell you. All right. Well, whatever ends up happening, I hope that you don't just, like, keep screaming at me once you're in item form. And, yeah, there goes the fight. So, we're going to go and fight the Ice Queen. And the Ice Queen is, let's see. Good way to start this one off would be to attack with a blow that can cleave stone, refresh allies, restore HP, attack and siphon HP. Let's start with this one. Don't need healing. I guess I do need healing, actually, now that I look at it, because I didn't do that before this fight either. Jolt is a revive, restore allies HP. That's just a single target. Attack and delude. So let's try and delude you, see if we can get away with doing that. Boost attack. Not a bad thing to do at the beginning of a fight. And put you to sleep. I doubt I'll be able to put you to sleep. Boost party resistance, drop your resistance. Let's boost my resistance. Alright, so we're playing with Genie. And you're going to be buffeted around, and you did not have confusion inflicted upon you, apparently. You're going to take some damage. I'm going to unleash Mellow. That's going to raise my resistance, so elemental attacks will do a little bit less damage. That was a non-elemental hit, which wasn't blocked by that, unfortunately. Attack goes up, and I believe that's it for this turn, unless you've got, like, unless you're allowed to do multiple attacks per turn, which some of the later bosses in games often are. We're going to heal with that, and we're going to, Karis could use a bit of additional healing, so let's give Karis a bit of additional healing. Fevered, oh, did I not use damage and delude? I think that was what I thought I did on the last turn. Doubt I can put you to sleep, but we'll try it anyway, because I would like to have the Genie ready to go. And we're going to go use Flower. Thank you very much. Pretty much back to full health, at least for this turn, and we should be okay for whatever you've got to throw at me. Water did not very effective damage to you, which I guess makes sense because you're, like, Mercury typed. Did the resistance wear off already? Whatever. Who else do we have? So, Siphon HP, conveniently, or maybe inconveniently, I'm the only member of my party who is not at full health right now. We're just going to go and use that on you. We're going to go and... That's another revival move. Lock enemy synergy with a low failure rate. Again, probably not going to work on a boss, but we'll see. And I will use the drop your resistance one here, just because that'll hopefully... And I think the summon damage is calculated differently from regular attack damage in Golden Sun, but hopefully when I start summoning things, dropping your resistance will make you take more damage. I do not remember if the usual, like, stat buffs and debuffs and whatnot are factored into summon damage in Golden Sun. Anyway, Karis went down, which is a bit of a problem because I think she actually had one of the Genie that will revive you. Anyway, we're going to seal your synergy. Did that actually work? I didn't expect that to work. Anyway, I am going to go summon Cybele, or Cybelia, however you prefer to go. So usually revive an ally with embers, and Amidi doesn't have anyone, so Amidi can go and summon Neptune, which isn't going to do a lot because it's a resisted element, but it should still do some damage, I think. All right, Cybele is like a pretty lady summon too. Why are so many of the summons in this game just, like, cute girls? Was it like this in the Lost Age in the first Golden Sun game, too? I don't really remember. I remember there were a lot of dragons. I know there's been a couple of dragons in this game, too. Anyway, that was a regular neutral hit, so that did 272 damage. That was good for probably a couple of regular whacks. I mean, summons tend to do a little more damage than your regular attacks do. Neptune is coming in next, and this is going to do probably a solid, like, half of that, or even less. 149. So that was about half of what Cybele did. Amidi's water power went up. Icy Kiss is going to hit the one who probably is going to take the least amount of damage from water, which I guess is convenient. Karis is back. The synergy seal is broken. That did not last long, so those are in cooldown. I have Revival. I mean, I have Healing moves, but I kind of like to use a healing move that targets everyone. Let's go and drop a Spire, Quake Sphere, Earthquake, Regular Quake, Ragnarok. Let's drop a Ragnarok on your head, and Jolt. Alright, so that's the other Revival one. I won't be doing that now. That's going to be Wind, Karis's Wind. Tyrell. Alright, so your summons are ready to go too, so Meteor, we can do Meteor and Immedi. Do you have a heal everyone move? I thought you did. Ply. Alright, that's just a single target. I thought maybe it's one of the later Water Adept synergies is like heal everyone. Actually, that might be Jupiter. That might have been Karis. Anyway, so Ice Queen took almost as much damage from that as she took from the not very effective Neptune. Immedi is going to cast Ply, and that's going to bring me back a little bit. Hopefully, you don't do anything that's too bad on this turn. Procne is a bunch of birds. Alright, so you're just like a regular, like, falcon sort of dude, not a pretty lady, which is... Alright, we can make this work. And that's going to be, dropping a Hyper Beam on me or something like that. That looks like that should hurt. Let's see how much damage this is going to do. 275 damage on a neutral hit. Very nice. So Karis' wind power is going up. You're going to attack Tyrell with a regular whack. And that's going to bring Tyrell down into the yellow, but it's not going to kill him, which is good. Tyrell is definitely one of the beefier characters. And for some reason, I thought I heard the telephone ringing, but it doesn't seem to be. We're going to summon the Meteor. This is taking a very long time. Definitely once we start getting into the middle / late game, I'm definitely 600 damage. Wow. All right. Definitely when I start getting into the middle / late game, I'm going to start hitting the A button and skipping the summon animations. Anyway, 2,402 experience points. I gained a level, and nobody else apparently. I forget who they were, but 2 other members of my party did gain a level not too long ago. Anyway, I can't! No! Alright, you're gonna be very dramatic. So, Ice Queen, you can go and hopefully shut up and stop making this awful racket, and you can just become this item that I'm gonna stuff in the bag and probably not take out any more than the plot really demands. Well, I guess she realizes her place now. We've defeated her. We have the Ice Queen Stone. We did win, didn't we? But I do feel a little bad forcing her back in that gem. You may never learn the true we may never learn the true nature of these gemstones. Which one came first, the gem or the queen? Well, let's just pocket the stone and be on our way to passage. The stone is... Eep? The stone is Eep? Tyrell, shut up, you're not funny. What kind of talk is that for a brainy kid like you, Reef? Oh, that was a frozen guy. Nayupa. I thought that was like the Ice Queen herself. Or something. Anyway, greetings, good warriors. How long I've waited for someone to challenge her. Thanks to you, I'm free at last. A ghost? A ghost? Oh, don't put me beyond the grave quite yet. I still got a few years left in me. That monk, I heard his voice inside my head. Don't be frightened. I have the gift of reading minds. Alright, that's another synergy, which is a staple of the Golden Sun games, I believe. I can see into the depths of your hearts. Nothing escapes my vision. Oh yeah? Then what am I? Easily answered. I have been on a long quest for enlightenment. Long ago, I met warriors at my temple far away. How? There were 4 in number. The warriors left on their vital quest. Thereafter, I sank into the deepest meditation. He's reading my thoughts, answering my questions. It's just plain creepy. Who were these 4 warriors? I think we can take a guess, Karis. Ah, I think you children know them very well. Also, why is this guy's text purple? Anyway, after some time passed, I found myself within reach of enlightenment, but then came the earthquake and typhoons. I put people's lives before my own enlightenment, and so I walked out into the world. Are you the one who stole the gemstones from Passage? Yes and no. My work took me to Passage, where its people, too, were suffering greatly. And that's where I beheld the Ice Queen Stone. My mind, which reads others' thoughts so easily, was flooded with her forceful will. Alright, that sounds an awful lot like an excuse, mister. The next thing I knew, I had fled Passage and come to Harappa with the gemstone. So how did the Ice Queen get freed from her stone? I have been her puppet for all these many years. She has forced me to do her bidding. Again, it sounds like excuses. All I wanted was to help people, but it all went horribly wrong. She escaped the gem with my help, but her true home was inside the stone. The Ice Queen learned that she was bound to the stone and could not stray far from it. And so she never let me stray far from her. Our lives have been bound together. Now she's back where she belongs, and you may now take the stone you came for. So that's going to be the Ice Queen Stone. We're going to give that to Tyrell. And that is going to give us access to the Cold Snap Synergy. I do believe I wrote down some locations where it looks like I could use the Cold Snap Synergy, so that might be where I go next. I don't even know if I, like, wrote down all the locations that I had in mind, but anyway, now that her pretty empire has fallen, the natural flow of life may resume its course. Let us leave this place. Has this place not lost its power? The once frozen floors have melted. I doubt one could leave now. I wonder if it is possible to use the Ice Queen's power to freeze the water once more and create a path. Alright. So, with that hint taken, I am going to have to actually equip the stone first, aren't I? So, with that hint taken, we can go into Tyrell's inventory, and I'm going to guess one of the water adepts can equip this. Yeah, that's, let's see if that's a reef. Because I think Amidi has some of the other synergy that we picked up recently. We're going to go and use the Cold Snap Synergy, and that is going to freeze this bucket of water, and that's going to somehow cause the rest of this area to freeze solid. Very nice. And I think I'm going to end this off here. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been Golden Sun Dark Dawn. We actually got a fair amount done today. With the plot point and passage, and then coming down here and beating up the boss. Next time, we're going to explore a little. Whether that involves exploring the rest of this dungeon, which I don't know how much of there is left to see. Exploring some places which I was not able to do things earlier because of lack of Cold Snap Synergy. It's going to be a fun time. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is the game that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.